What's up, everybody? Just wanted to make a quick little video. I know it's still, kind of early in the year. We have certain goals, things that we're trying to do and accomplish this year, which we kind of do at any point during the year. It just tends to be a little bit stronger during this year. I want to talk a little bit of why sometimes it's hard to reach goals or stick with habits, and what's something that you can do right now to kind of help ensure that you can reach your goals this year a lot easier. So from the ages of 0 to 7, so from when you're first born through about the 7-year mark, your conscious and subconscious mind ratio, if you will, is much different than it is when you're older. When you're young, your body or your mind is very much focused on the subconscious. So those deep internal things that we kind of don't really consciously think of to do. And the reason being for that is for survival mechanisms. So from 0 to 7, we have to be like a sponge on all information, so we can learn what it means to be a human, or what it means to be a part of a community or society, and how to interact with people. And those that don't obviously aren't going to survive as well, because they don't know how to work as a team, or like I said, be a part of the society around them. So from 0 to 7, we soak everything up like a sponge, and we're just in learning mode on everything. But that is when we create our beliefs and our habitual patterns during that time, for the most part. It's very easy to create habits and belief systems when we're at that age, because we don't have that conscious barrier, that conscious mind blocking all things coming in. So as you get older, it's a lot harder. That's why if you ever hear like kids that can learn multiple languages when they're young, but when you get older, it's a lot harder. Because you have that conscious brain blocker kind of blocking the subconscious mind, where the subconscious mind is a sponge, essentially. And it's kind of developed by your brainwaves. So when you sleep, you go into a different type of brainwave than when you're alert and conscious. It's during those closer to sleep REM, or the brainwave activities, where your body is more susceptible, or your mind is more susceptible to learning and taking in information. So if you're struggling to, hit some goals or get results or stick to habits or goals, it may be because of a belief system that you have, or it could be just that you haven't built up the adequate skills for that. So what I'm trying to get at with this is, obviously you can't go back to 4 years old, or in between that 0 and 7, age range. But what you can do is, as you get older, the way to get into that subconscious mind to really create habitual new patterns is based on habituation. So habit and consciously redoing it. So practice, essentially. So that's why, as you get older, you can't just say, oh, hey, this is what I want to do or accomplish, and then your brain just kind of latches onto it. We develop new patterns over practice, consistent, habitual practice, repetitions, essentially. So the more repetitions you put in, the more your subconscious then will pick up on, oh, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I need to learn as my new belief pattern. So if you're struggling at any point in your goals, or turning this into a lifestyle, or changing old habits, you need to practice repetitions of what it is you're trying to do. So it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It may be a long process. It may not be a long process. But the number one way to get to where you want to get to is through repetition and practice and habituation of over and over and over. Now, one thing that you can do to make it a little bit easier is you can use affirmations or visualization processes when your brain is in that lower level brain waves, closer to sleep. So like, when the best time to do that is right before you go to bed, when you're starting to doze off, or right when you wake up. Say some affirmations during that time, or listen to some type of audio recording of like positive affirmations, or goal-oriented affirmations, or new habit-based affirmations, because then you don't have that conscious barrier blocking you during those times. So your subconscious is more receptive. So that's another way to kind of hyper get those results and change your behavior through right before you go to bed or as you first wake up when your body's in that low brain waves. So that's it, guys. Start practicing what habits you want to do with repetition. It may be difficult, it may be hard, but in order for it to stick, you need to keep practicing it. Rep it out, rep it out, rep it out.